everybody, welcome to my video today, and this is your guys' exclusive card video for the month of May. For anybody who purchased anybody who purchased from me, you get to see this these two kits. So just so you guys know, your packages are just now going out. So we're at the very end of the month. I usually send packages throughout the month, so you're getting your card kits and everything sooner, but I had to wait until the end of the month to send everything out so that I would have the appropriate amount of product. So in your package you will get from me, it's going out this week, the very end of May, you'll get a package that looks like this. Both card kits are in the package, okay? Then you'll have 2 envelopes outside the package because, again, I didn't have envelopes when these were put together. And then you will have a set of dimensionals, and then everybody will have one of these. So even if you spent $50 with me, you're still going to get one of these. These were an exclusive item for everybody who spent $100 or more. I ended up having so many of these left over that I didn't want them to go to waste, so I'm just sending them out to everybody. It's just a little color swatch. Has all the colors, and then this was made. I guess I went a little crazy having these made, and I just ended up with way too many. So your package will look like that. So let's get started and let's put together the cards. So we're first going to start with this one here, and you are going to need the Share What You Love stamp set to put these projects together. And then I'm also going to share with you an exclusive sneak peek at a project that I will be launching on Monday, probably by the time you guys see this video, and definitely before you guys get your kit, you will see that product and that project, but I wanted to share with you guys exclusively. So you'll need the Love What You Do stamp set, and then you are going to need Grapefruit Groove and Mint Macaroon to do your stamping. So the new in colors, you may have Mint Macaroon laying around. If not, you can get it starting June 1st. Grapefruit Groove is available now. If you got some of the bundles for this month, then you would have a Grapefruit Groove. So let's get started. What you're going to do is you are going to take your cardstock is already folded. It may be folded in a different direction. Maybe it may open up this way instead of this way, but this is what I have on hand, so that's what we're going to use. So you have your card base. It's a little scary, I know, diving in here and stamping right on our card base, but we're going to do it, right? Okay, so we're going to grab this floral image right here and a block. I've been really bad about getting my stamps cleaned, you guys. I've just been a flurry of activity here in my office, and things are getting kind of piled up. So I'm just dipping into my Grapefruit Groove here, and we're going to put one in this corner, and then we're going to flip it, and we're going to put one in this corner. Okay? That's why things don't get cleaned around here, because I just set them aside and then I'm in a hurry later on. Okay, so the next piece we're going to need, grab a smaller block for this, is this little guy right here. And it looks like that's cleaned. Okay, so we're going to use our Mint Macaroon. And this you can have a little bit more fun with. You're just going to do some stamping all around. Some of this is going to be covered up. So what happened to me the first time I was doing this card, I was doing this stamping and then all of it ended up getting covered up. And I was like, I did not stamp around very good. Okay. So next you're going to have 2 pieces. That's going to look like this. These are going to be our first layers, and they're going to layer together like this. These are really easy layers. This is a 3-inch square. This is a 2 3/4. So I just took a 1/4 inch off, which makes it really easy. So let's open up our Mint Macaroon again, because I forgot. And then we're going to use this background stamp. This stamp set I have really loved. I've used it a ton. I really have tried to make lots of different projects and see how much use I could get out of this stamp set, because originally it was not on my list of new items that I wanted. But because Stampin' Up! Offered it they offered it to demonstrators last month, and then they offered it to customers this month, I had it, and I wanted to see how much I could use it, and I've used it so much, and I'm so glad that it ended up being a stamp set that I got from the new catalog. So I just added this, just like this. Now if you wanted, I'm going to flip this over, I'm going to show you what you could do. We're going to need a piece of scratch paper, which I don't have. We're just going to have to use some Whisper White. What you can do is a technique called stamping off, where you ink up your stamp. So it's a little hard to see because I was using Lovely lipstick with this. And then you stamp once, and then you come back over and you stamp a second time. Now I'm going to turn this over, and I'm actually going to try to make sure that the ink is coming off of this, and then I'm going to pick it up, and I actually like that a lot better. So not only am I stamping off, but then I'm also getting a tone-on-tone effect. So tone-on-tone just means we're using the same ink on the same cardstock. So then we'll grab basic black, and we're going to use this Friend. It says, I'm lucky to have a friend like you. I like this sentiment because it's not happy birthday, or, you know, it's not specific. You could use this really for anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp this a little bit in the corner, and hopefully I'm stamping straight. I can't see because I'm trying to make sure I'm filming for you guys. Pretty good. My black ink pad seriously needs to be re-inked. Okay, so let's use a little snail. And we're just going to attach these two colors. And I picked these two colors just because they coordinate with the designer paper. So the Share What You Love designer paper. So we have this strip right here. And I think it's just about as big. Nope, I need to trim a little bit off. So all your pieces are trimmed for you. You don't have to worry about it. More like 3/4 maybe. I'm not great at measuring. So this piece right here is going to be 3/4, and then it's going to be 3.5. And you're going to take and flag this part. And then this piece is going to be 1 inch by 4 inches, and you're going to flag it the same way. Or you don't have to flag it. That's the other thing. For this particular card, you don't need to do a flagged in. I tend to just like to do that. Okay, so now what we can do is for this piece, we can layer it on here. You could totally pop this up. You have dimensionals that came with your kit, so you could use those if you wanted. So just put this right here in the middle, and then we're going to layer these items here. I like to go all the way to the edge of my card here, and you could play around with this. So these flags are a great element that you can play around with. You could make the smaller one skinny underneath. You could make it larger, like on this one. I'm just layering them together, but on the other card I will show you a different way. So these flags are a great way to just kind of play around. So let's add this here. And then you have a dragonfly, and you might need to pop a couple pieces of the cardstock. And then definitely let's pop this little dragonfly guy up. And you could do any image. You could do a butterfly if you had a butterfly die, if you had a flower die. Any of those would work great on here. So let's grab a dimensional. Just have some little pieces, and I'm going to use my edges here. We'll put the dragonfly just like that. If you want, you can add some rhinestones to the dragonfly. So you can see for this flag, I did it a little different. And this may be how your flag pieces are cut, to where you're doing a smaller layer. I just layered these on top of each other, just like that. So that is this card. And then what I've done is I've added a little strip of the designer paper and then some of those flowers to make a coordinating envelope. So now let's get started with this card right here. So for this one, what you're gonna have is some polka dot ribbon. It will probably be outside of your kit. And then you'll have some pieces in here. You'll have a square, and we can stamp right away on this. You're gonna need Tranquil Tide for that. And we are going to stamp Have a Beautiful Day. It's gonna fit perfectly on this square, just like so. Tranquil Tide is a great color. I have all my doors open today, you guys, because it's gorgeous. It's like 70 something degrees. And it's beautiful. I am dreading the hot weather that I know is coming. Okay, so your card base will look like this. You're going to have a piece of designer paper, and this is the larger piece of that. Yours will be cut down. For this piece, these are cut at 5 1/4, and then they are cut so that you can layer these together. If you really wanted to get fancy, you could totally emboss this and give it a little bit of a design. What I like to do is lay it out on my card. Put a little bit of adhesive just so this piece can stick. What I want is a nice border around my card. And that's gonna look good. And then you can take the ribbon. What you're gonna do is just tape it on the back. We're not gonna do a bow on this. Partly, to be honest, because I did not have, there was not enough ribbon available to me to make sure everybody had enough to wrap it around and tie a bow. I'm only able to purchase so much during pre-order, and it was a pre-order item. But the polka dots are going to look really gorgeous on this, and they go right over that. You can move them around a little bit when you do that. And then add a little bit of adhesive. I like to roll it right over that ribbon. It helps that ribbon to stay in place once we put this onto our card. So now for sure I want to pop this up. So I'll use what's left of these. We'll put that right there, and we'll make sure it's straight before we press it down. And then if you have some rhinestones on hand, what you can do is add some rhinestones to this. You don't have to. Seems perfect. So that is our second card. And I feel like the square looks crooked. Maybe does that look a little bit better? Maybe it's my stamping that is crooked. So we have this card, and then we have this card. And then I have another video for you guys. It's using the same product, but it is a different project. So make sure you check that video down below. Make sure you check that video out down below this video, and let me know what you guys think of this project. Thank you so much for purchasing from me this month. I hope you have had a great May, and that you're looking forward to June and the new catalog being live and being able to order from it. My list is ready, and I'm excited to dive in with some brand new projects and product. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will catch you in my last video for this month's exclusive class.